Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with this week's episode and all the physical releases coming to the Switch April the 29th until May the 3rd. Before we get into it, I just want to give a shout out to one of my other channels. I kind of mentioned it here and there, but I don't think I've fully introduced Physical Paradise. You may remember that I had a channel called VN Paradise. Well, earlier this year I rebranded it to Physical Paradise, dealing with all things physical game releases with hot off the press announcements, impressions videos of games with physical releases, and discount alerts. This has just enabled me to do what I do on SwitchWatch, but be a bit more free about it, since that channel is solely owned by myself, unlike SwitchWatch, which may surprise you is owned by 3 people. So I can put out content over there without worrying too much about overstepping my requirements. So I'm hoping to develop it more and more and make it into a literal paradise for game collectors. So please check it out with the links below, or just search Physical Paradise and it will certainly pop up. Alright, let's get into this week's games. Endless Ocean Luminous is the big retail release this week, Nintendo's last published game that's actually something new and not a port or remake, and that's actually been announced. Who knows what's in the future, but that would be a really nice, serene game to go out on, yeah? I've been very excited about this one because I really enjoyed the first one on the Wii, never played the second, but this looks great. The big gimmick for this one is multiplayer, because nothing says peaceful, mysterious discovery quite like 12 gimps fanning about around you. Hopefully that's not integral to the actual gameplay and more of a quirky thing that's available, but I'm genuinely looking forward to buying this and playing with my daughter to teach her about how terrifying the deep ocean is and give her a very early existential crisis. And our executive producers, Parsnip Coffee, Instacritic, Punky and God of Resin have chosen this as their pick of the week. And if you want to buy this or any of the retail releases in this episode, then please consider using the links in the description. You can purchase from Video Games Plus, a great way to support us because they have good prices and cheap Canadian money, and cheap shipping especially to the US, and even free worldwide shipping if you buy something over 80 Canadian bucks. They have lots of good stuff over there. Plus, if you purchase something via our link, then each week you will be in with a chance of winning a $10 discount coupon. And this week's winner is Kevin M. Congratulations, Kevin. You should get an email from VGP with your discount coupon in the coming days if you haven't already. Thank you for your support. Hellboy Web of Wyrd should be releasing in Europe this week. North America has to wait a couple more weeks, it seems. This is a rogue-like action brawler which was made in cooperation with the original creator and the comic publisher. It's supposed to be really good in terms of its visuals and matching the source material very well. The story appears to be well received by fans of the actual comics, but sadly the gameplay is taking a bit of a backseat, lacking in polish and content, so probably only one for fans of the comic who want to support Hellboy, but maybe not for casual gamers. But our executive producers, JCross7776, Robotech, and Cartoon Soren have chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, the low print releases. Crowns and Pawns is Super Rare's latest game, or as I often say, Crown and Prawns, which sounds far more interesting if I'm being honest. This is a point-and-click adventure game, a bit of a mixed response to it, like some positive reviews, while others saying that it isn't particularly well thought out. It's been compared to Broken Sword, but maybe a bit more modern, by which I mean you can change the appearance of your main character. You can't make George Stobart have a mohawk. There are 3,000 copies going to be available on Thursday at superraregames.com. Rogue Legacy 2 is the Limited Run's game this week, and I feel like this is the kind of game that Limited Run were actually made for. Like, it's an indie game, it's of the higher end, probably wouldn't see much fanfare at retail, at least some would say, and I would say, having not actually played it before, but what I've heard is that it's great. There's a super cool premise that when you die, your kind of like child takes over for the next run and so on. Like, who's got the time to be making babies while off adventuring? Does this mean that there's like a single mother at home constantly raising the kids of their dead husband? I mean, what kind of fathers are these supposed heroes? Rogue Legacy 1 is supposed to be one of the best roguelites ever made. Well, this is supposed to be even better, so make what you will of that. You can pre-order this on Friday at limitedrungames.com. There's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition. And our executive producers Josh Foote, Offphone, Dane Wilkinson and Issa have chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, we're heading into the imports, the Play Asia territory. If you want to import any of the games shown here, then please consider using the Play Asia links below. Always a fantastic way to support us. Plus, in return, we can support you because if you click our link and buy something, you can also get 5% off with the code Jordan24. They have a little promo going on at the minute, which I'll go into after the import section. But first, what is coming out in Japan and Asia this week? Well, Shin-chan, Shiro of Coal Town, is getting a physical release in Asian regions this week, and it does have English. This released in Japan a few months back and it did not have English, but now you can get this Asian version with English. It's another gorgeous looking adventure game full of humor and weirdness, kind of mixing the Boku no Natsuyasumi series with the famous anime. It's like an open adventure game, hard to explain, but I doubt you'll find a more relaxing experience on your Switch. Of course, Limited Run may do this eventually in North America, but I personally will be getting this version eventually. And our executive producer, Brent McLean, he knows what's up. It's his Pick of the Week. Touhou Mystia's Izakaya is another restaurant business sim and yet another Touhou game. There must be more Touhou games on the Switch than any other series, most of them import exclusives like this one. What is an Izakaya? Well, it's a Japanese bar, essentially a pub. Probably like those 2x2 meter bars that were in the original Shenmue game. That always made me laugh. Maybe it's real though, who wouldn't want awkward silences with just you and the barman? Anyways, this looks really lovely with gorgeous pixel art and reviews are very positive for this one. The Japanese release does have English and there is no Western physical release that's been announced. It's coming in a standard edition as well as a limited edition, which includes playing cards, soundtrack CD and a small figurine. And our executive producers Jennifer M, Vey and Feig have chosen this as their Pick of the Week. Two previously limited run releases are getting a physical release in Asia this week with English. Firstly, Tetris Effect Connected is Tetris, except now you can trip balls at the same time, and trip balls with other people around the world, like some global LSD trip. At least that's what I've heard. It's hard to go wrong with Tetris, and I've heard this is one of the best versions of the classic game. Maybe it is a bit of style over substance, but I think we can all agree this has a different kind of substance to go with it. Espgaluda 2 is the other one, the one that I'm more interested in because of course a fantastic shooter that I'm happy I held out for. I mean, I was hoping for some like nice double packs or triple packs of all these shooters in Japan, but hey, even Japan knows shooters can't be handed out like candy, especially those from Cave. Never mind, I'll be picking this one up eventually once my budget allows. Asia is also getting Blaze Union plus Nights in the Nightmare, but sadly that does not have English because there is no justice in the world. Before we go any further, I would like to highlight that deal I just mentioned going on over at Play Asia. They're doing a promotion for 3 games for $100, shipped worldwide for free. There are thousands of games eligible if you click the main link below, but my personal highlight is the Japanese versions of Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion 3 and Endless Ocean. All of these play in English, and you can get all 3 together for $100 shipped worldwide, plus maybe a bit of tax. That's pretty great as long as you don't mind waiting for the pre-orders to come in, or you don't mind having Japanese covers. There are a lot of games in there, some pre-orders, some in stock. Not all of them are great deals, like some of them were recently very cheap and have gone back up to normal price. But you know, have a browse, it's a good way to fill up the collection, and yeah, it is a nice deal, I would say. Alright, the community spotlight. Firstly, me, it's been a while, but in the post on Friday, something turned up that I wasn't expecting. Pix and Love sent me Donut Dodo, the Day 1 edition, which is somehow different to the first edition. Which came first, the dodo or the egg? I don't know, but what I do know is that the Day 1 edition is the more fancy one. Because you can see it comes with a super colorful cover sleeve, and inside you get some goodies. They squeeze a soundtrack CD inside here, which is a miracle. There's also a keychain, a small sticker sheet, and a very short manual because the game is quite simple. It doesn't need a long manual. Plus the reversible cover, which matches the retail version, which is also different from the Day 1 edition and the first edition. There's 3 editions and they don't make sense, but it is what it is, okay? Yes, this also released in retail at Europe. There's no North American release, but the Day 1 edition and the first edition are both exclusive to Pix and Love's website. Sadly, this Day 1 edition, the one I'm showing you right now, is sold out on their website. However, if you're in North America, at the time of writing this on Saturday, VGP did get a small amount to, help out with distribution in North America, so check the links below. I really like this package. I was skeptical about a physical release for such a simple game, but they've done it justice with this. If you like old school arcade games like Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers, I think this will be a fun time, and I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Thanks Pix and Love for sending this to me. Alright, on to you lot. Just a quickie, okay, because I am working this weekend again. What is my life? I don't know. Aldemar B sent in this photo, picking up some nice games. Teslagrad, a bit of an oldie when it comes to indie games these days, but still a lovely one if you like light Metroidvania games. I enjoyed it a lot when I played it a long time ago. Andrew R sent in this photo with a couple of collector's editions, including the one for Legend of Legacy. Haven't seen this game too much in the spotlight. I guess there are many other higher priority JRPGs out there. Executive producer Brent McLean found the Coffee Talk Double Shot Collector's Edition for a very nice price, like half off, two rather nice and relaxing visual novel style games. Executive producer Cartoon Soren showed off the Japanese Sea of Stars games. It's not the collector's edition, this is just how it came, the standard edition. Very, very nice. If you're waiting for the Western physical, it's just a few weeks away. Deep Devil sent in this photo, picking up a couple of bargains from Play Asia. Both of these fine collector's editions were discounted quite a bit. Lovely artwork on them. Executive producer God of Resin sent in this photo, picking up Omori. I should probably play that one day because I've heard it's amazing. Executive producer Instacritic sent in this photo, showing off a couple of European exclusives. Scamba, that's one of them. I don't think North America was ready for Scandinavian folklore. Executive producer Jennifer M sent in this photo with Lisa, currently an import exclusive. She said it came with a lot of alternative cover arts, which is always a nice bonus. Executive producer Offone sent in this photo of the Blaster Master Zero trilogy. Definitely the best way to get these games in one package. Not hugely affordable, it's like $60 or maybe more, but really nice games, and this is the best version of them. Executive producer Precision Plague sent in this nice staircase of games. Absolutely epic box art for Draenus. I'm guessing that's the Japanese version. Shane L sent in this photo of some nice Japanese games like the Rhapsody collection. I look forward to getting to that on A Bit More Jordan, my third channel, maybe next year. Starvey sent in this photo showing off Figment 1 and 2, only released in Europe by Tesura Games, but I still think you can get some from VGP. Executive producer Vey, my man in Japan, sent in this photo with a couple of exclusives from last week, Library of Ruiner and Mom Hid My Game collection, the former of which was given a 4 out of 10 by Nintendo Live, much to everyone's bewilderment in the comments because it's supposed to be a phenomenal game. Wankel Rotary Engine sent in this photo of the Korean version of Yuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Remember, this is coming to the West in late May, so I did an impressions video about this game over on Physical Paradise, and I've enjoyed it what I've played so far. I had to put it on the back burner after like 10 hours, but I did mention there was something slightly weird and off-putting about some of the writing, especially for one specific character. Little did I know about the huge controversy that would erupt from it. Anyways, let's do a roundup. JB in my knot. Manji. Pabs. Paul S. Kevin W. Dominic W. Needless Dragon. Trufflas. Mickey McFlynn. Max1216. Kresalak. Vast Neon. Morality. McLaren. Liga Zero. Alright, please send me your pictures on Twitter if you can. DM me. My tag is SoWhatAboutGame. you can send it in an email, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and our Discord, the server link should be below. Submit it in the submission section once I open it up on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends whenever somebody reminds me, okay? Only send me one picture per week, guys, okay? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Get Physical. Special thanks, as always, to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, JCross7776, Punky Dooster, Cartoon Soren, Robotech, Z, Raven Knight, Thorn Metal Luna, Parsnip Coffee, Issa, Vay, Mental Traveler, Uphone, Jennifer M, Instacritic, Precision Play, Karacha, Totally Grateful, Alex M, Feig, and Josh Foot, plus you. Yes, you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, please leave me a shark emoji in the comments of, Endless Ocean. That makes sense, right? Okay, please go check out Physical Paradise, okay? If you like physical game collecting, I mean, you're watching this video, so I'm pretty sure you will 100% be, maybe not like it, but you'll be thankful for Physical Paradise, okay? And also my other channel, A Bit More Jordan, for retro game stuff, okay? Yeah, have a good day. Take care.